Welcome back to Nerdom with J&J. James Sharmack here with another Godzilla figure for you. Another Playmates Godzilla figure. We are looking at Gigan from Final Wars. I'm always looking for, non-Godzilla figures from the collection, and Gigan I found at Walmart in the Godzilla collection they carry. But, the track record with Playmates Godzillas, I'm not really a big fan, but I'm always hoping that I can find a diamond in the rough, so we'll take a look at this and see, maybe this might be the chosen one, I don't know. But let's take a look and see. So on a visual standpoint, just looking at the figure, it looks like it might be one of the best paint jobs I've seen from a Playmates figure. Just use of color, obviously, silver all over the place, silver on the chest spikes. That blue silver there, it's a little spotty because they don't know when to stop brushing. A little detail there. So detail on the tri-wings, some detail on the tail, as well as the feet and the knees. Not to mention the saber hands, or whatever you want to call them, scythe hands. Very cool. Yep, I dig this one probably more than the other villainous figures I've seen in the collection so far. It looks like they've, done a little more with the detail on here, besides painting, just sculpture-wise. He is a metal-looking creature. Though I wish he was like the Mecha Gigan with the chainsaw hands, but whatever. So far, it looks pretty cool. Probably the best one I've seen out of the Playmates so far. So let's take a look at the box and just. Of course, we'll see the box. So, by now we know the Playmates box. My ref, you've watched these reviews already. So, it's basically the takeoff from the Bandai America Godzilla figures. Just they have Millennium Godzilla in the background instead of 54. Playmates on the bottom corner, Godzilla there. Got, Godzilla on the side of the figure name. Back have the collect all three monsters from that wave. So, there you go. Back there you have side view of Gigan and whatever. Back to the front, same stuff we've seen. So on with the review. Just want to talk about one thing I don't like that I've seen with these Playmate figures. Just the feet are sunken in, just because clearly these are taken from the original Bandai mold. So they, instead of having the Bandai insignias, they take a chunk out and slap their own company names on it, so it's a little irritating. It does, kind of makes it, a little bit hard to stand, but it is what it is, I guess. Articulation wise, he's all right. Arms go forward and back, but the arms get in the way of the leg. Legs go forward and back. No ankle rotation, unfortunately. No knee rotation. So, and the feet are in it kind of a fixed position where you have to have them in a specific position. Head is kind of weird because it's sculpted on it with a valley, so you can't really turn it so much. So he has a Michael Keaton type of thing. You have to turn him around like he's wearing a Michael Keaton Batman mask. But he has tail articulation right there. Nothing up there. So that is what it is. It's the usual limited articulation you've seen with the Playmates figures, but it is what it is. I've got to stop complaining about that. Now, out of the three villains that I have from the Playmates collection, I think Gigan is probably the most interesting to look at. Just because, the paint apps don't distract, like, say, from Space Godzilla, and are not muted, like, say, your Destroya. And, the detail itself looks, like it, it's more direct from the mold as opposed to looking secondhand from a mold like Space Godzilla and Destroya do, where the scales and stuff want to stick out. He has more dimension to his details, I would suppose. So it is for me the best villain from the line. Is it the best figure from the line? Let's take a look. To be the best and say the Playmates toy line, it's not really saying much because it's a weak Godzilla line, and I probably thought Godzilla from Final Wars is probably the best one. But, it still has faults, obviously. I thought the paint job could have been better. Could have, had better transfer from the molds or whatever, just because I think the scale should stand out a bit more. and the eye kind of creeps me out. But compared to Gigan, they might have learned a few lessons and applied. Obviously, you got a better paint job. The detail stands out a bit more, so it looks more like a direct version of the figure from the mold. So, no, Gigan is the best figure from the wave. My final thoughts on Gigan from Playmates. Best figure from the wave. That's not really saying much because you know the wave. But I do kind of dig the figure. I mean, it's $10, so actually pretty solid figure for $10. Just paint job is pretty cool. The sculpt, stands out a bit more than your average Playmate Godzilla figure. I like how it doesn't feel muted, as like it has with other figures in the wave. I do wish it had a couple more articulation points, maybe like around the head, or you could turn it around a bit more without the design of the head getting in the way. And I wish that he had like wrist articulation, because it would be cool to turn the blades, because that would be awesome. But it is what it is. It's a $10 figure. Get your basic points for articulation for it. So it is what it is. So if you can find them, why not grab them? Add them to their collection. It's not too bad. So that's it for this review, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate it. No, it's not a fancy channel. It's more DIY, do it yourself. I do what I can. I like the minimalistic approach. I know people don't, but it is what it is. I'm not fancy, but if you do like it, a public access type of toy review, give me a like, whatever. Let me know you dig it. Let me know if it inspired you, whatever. Anyways, got another Playmates surprising figure I found the other day. We're going to review that. We'll actually compare it with one of the figures I have in the collection. I'm not going to say which, but you'll probably know it when you see it. Anyways, my name is James Sharmack. This has been the Nerd Room with J&J. Thank you once again for watching, and until the next time, keep on collecting. Happy hunting.